Hey guys, NASCAR Mobile 48 back again, and we're back to another predictions video. And today it is the final episode of our Truck Series prediction for the 2021 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series season. As we will now be predicting the championship four. We predicted the round of 10, we predicted the round of 8, and now for the third and final one of the year, it is time to predict of who will be crowned the champion at Phoenix this Friday night. So cannot wait to go ahead and get this started right now. Before we get into it, we're going to talk about my predictions overall, like how have I done, and let me see if I can do good in the Truck Series prediction, and then yeah, we'll get straight to the prediction. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive on into this video. So here we are. It all started with these 10 drivers who made the Truck Series playoffs: Sheldon Creed, Carson Hocevar, John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Hill, Zane Smith, Todd Gilliland, Chandler Smith, Stuart Friesen, Matt Crafton, and Ben Rhodes were the 10 drivers that made it. The 2 drivers that I predicted that would be eliminated in the first round were Stuart Friesen and Carson Hocevar. But in reality, the 2 drivers that were actually eliminated were Todd Gilliland and Austin Hill. And so those were the 2 drivers eliminated. Now we moved on to the round of 8. The 2 drivers that the 4 drivers that I predicted to be eliminated from the round of 8 were Chandler Smith, Zane Smith, Carson Hocevar, and Ben Rhodes. So those are the 4 drivers that I predicted to be eliminated after the round of 8. But in reality, these 4 drivers were eliminated: Sheldon Creed, Chandler Smith, Carson Hocevar, sorry for the audio about that, but Carson Hocevar, and Stuart Friesen. So those are the actual 4 drivers that were eliminated. So technically, I've gotten 2 out of those 4 drivers right. I predicted Chandler Smith and Carson Hocevar to make it. I did not think Sheldon Creed or Stuart Friesen would miss it. So that leaves our championship 4 with these 4 drivers: Ben Rhodes, Zane Smith, Matt Crafton, and John Hunter Nemechek. That's our championship 4 drivers right there. 2 of them, I believe, I'm not completely sure, but I believe 2 of them, Ben Rhodes and John Hunter Nemechek, first time that those 2 made the championship 4. We have 1 driver coming back to the championship 4 for the 2nd year in a row. That is Zane Smith. And finally, we have a driver that's been to the championship 4 many times. It's Matt Crafton. And heck, last time he was in the championship 4, he won the championship. So we'll see how that goes right there. And of course, last time he has not won a race in a season, he won the championship. So we'll see how Matt Crafton could do and everybody. But anyway, it is time for predictions. It is time for us to predict who will be the 2021 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion. So let's go ahead and start off with all 4 of these drivers, and then we'll talk about who do I think is going to be the champion. So let's start off with Ben Rhodes. So first off, we have Ben Rhodes, the Championship 4 driver. Believe this is the first time he's made the Championship 4. And to be honest, he's had a pretty quiet season in my opinion. He did get those first 2 wins of the season. He won at Daytona, and then he won the following week at the Daytona Road Course. And ever since then, just nothing really happened, to be honest, because Ben Rhodes, he's been very quiet for the remainder of the season, but he's had a really great season overall. He has 2 wins, 7 top 5s. He's led 18 laps this season. He has an average start of 6.6, average finish of 9.6, so that's actually pretty good for him. But the thing is, I don't know if he's really done much, to be honest, so we'll see how he can do. At Phoenix, I don't know how he can do, because I do know that he has like 2 top 5s there and stuff, so he can definitely compete for the championship. The thing is, like, can he win it and stuff? So that's going to be the big question for Ben Rhodes, but I do feel like that he could win it. So a reason why I think Ben Rhodes could take this championship away from the other 3 drivers is I feel like the consistency has caught up with him. Even though he hasn't been doing as well as he has at the beginning part of the season, he's been pretty consistent, really consistent, because if he wasn't consistent, he wouldn't even be in the championship 4. But he's been very consistent with points and stuff, able to play it safe and stuff, and that's really good for Ben Rhodes right there. Now, a reason why I don't think I see him winning the championship is that he has a driver in the championship 4 that is better than him, and that's JHN. So that's probably going to have to be Ben Rhodes' biggest obstacle, is that guy right there. And he has to go against a teammate, Matt Crafton, and has to deal with Zane Smith. But I feel like John Hunter Nemechek could be Ben Rhodes' biggest threat of stealing the championship away from him, but we'll just have to see. But Ben Rhodes, definitely a driver to keep an eye out for this championship for. Next up, we have our most recent winner in the Camping World Truck Series, Zane Smith. Zane Smith definitely, in my opinion, has some momentum coming in to this race because he just got the must win that he needed at Martinsville, his third career win, his first win of the year. Zane Smith this season, it's been like his season has been like a Justin Haley or Harrison Burton of 2021, or actually in the Truck Series and stuff, because those two, they did really great last season, and then this year those two have not won this season. Same thing with Zane Smith right here. He's good. He's really good. He's running pretty well. It's just that sometimes it's just the wins that he's not getting. He hasn't really done well, or done it as well as he did last year and stuff. So we'll have to see what happens with Zane Smith, because before he got his win, guys, he only has one top 5 this season. One top 5 and stuff. He's only led 17 laps, so that's not really great stats for Zane Smith when you compare to last season where he had 2 wins, 7 top 5s and stuff, and he did really well because his average finish last year was 10.4. This year is a 13.4, so you can tell that there's a big difference right there. But we'll have to see what happens with Zane Smith, because his stats at Phoenix is not bad. I mean, he has 1 top 5. He's only had 1 race here. He finished second here to Sheldon Creed for the championship. So watch out for Zane Smith and stuff. But you have to admit that restart kind of helped him get second. But Zane Smith is definitely a consistent guy. A reason why I think he could win the championship, probably because he has the momentum. That momentum win from Martinsville can definitely push him so that he could definitely try and steal the win or steal the championship from the 3 guys that have been in the Truck Series for more than 3, 4, 5 years and stuff. So we'll have to see what happens with Zane Smith. So a reason why I think he could win it is because he has the momentum right now, because he was the latest one to get a win. A reason why I don't think he can do it is because just a bit of a lackluster season for Zane Smith. I kind of expected better from him coming into the season, and he kind of just disappointed me. I love Zane Smith, but definitely a disappointment coming into the season, or actually not coming into the season, but in the season in general. So that does suck right there for Zane Smith. So that's the reason why I don't think he could win the championship, is just how lackluster of a season he's had. But anything can happen in these championships. Anything can happen. So we'll just have to see and watch for Zane Smith. Next up, we have my guy, my boy, Matt Crafton in the 88. Now, what I'm going to say about Matt Crafton, I don't know how he does it, not winning any races but making the championship. Because if you technically think about it, all the drivers in the championship 4 have a win, at least 1 win or more, and he has 0. So watch out, guys. I'm telling you, last time he made the championship 4, he won it, and he didn't win any races. So come on, Matt Crafton's got it. But Matt Crafton, still, all jokes aside, he's ran at Phoenix many times, to be honest. He's had no wins. He's had like 6 top 5s. His average finish is like 10th here, so it's not that perfect, for championship wise, but it's still pretty good, to be honest. So we just have to see what he can do, because he's had 5 top 5s this season, which is really good and stuff, and an average finish of 11.4, which is pretty good in my opinion, well, for his standards, because he doesn't really win that often, from these recent years. But we'll have to see what happens with Matt Crafton. I feel like he can definitely win the championship. Reason why I do think he can win the championship, because he's won no races this season. Of course he's gonna win the championship. What are you guys talking about? But in all seriousness, a reason I think he could do it is because he's just been, even for someone his age, he's kind of been the underdog right here in the playoffs. So I would actually watch out for Matt Crafton, because he's been really consistent in the first round of the playoffs. Like, him and Stuart Friesen really consistent. This last round was kind of tricky, but he was able to slip his way through. So watch out for Matt Crafton, because I feel like he can just slip his way through, somehow pull off some ultimate strat to go ahead and steal the championship title. Now, a reason why I don't think he can do it is because he has to put up with John Hunter and Nemechek. Of course, those two have had their couple of run-ins this season at Bristol Dirt, Talladega and stuff. And also, you got to think going against his teammate Ben Rhodes and then Zane Smith. So it's not going to be easy for Matt Crafton, but we'll have to see, because I don't think he has that championship winning speed anymore. Because really, to be honest, do any of us see Matt Crafton coming into this race and just winning, just straight up winning? I don't see that, but I feel like that he has the potential to do that, but we'll just have to wait and see. But definitely a guy you cannot miss. You cannot sleep on Matt Crafton when it comes to these championship races, because he can somehow do it. Won no races last year and beat the other 3 drivers and won the championship. So we'll just have to see from Matt Crafton and the 88 team. And now the final driver that has made his way into the championship 4 is John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek also has some pretty good momentum right now, but not that good momentum, because he did get taken out at Talladega. He couldn't pull it off at Las Vegas. And Martinsville, ooh, it was a close one between him and Austin Wayne Self. But still, don't count out John Hunter Nemechek, guys. I mean, his stats at Phoenix aren't really that perfect. Only 2 top 5s here in 7 starts. But you got to think he's now in KBM equipment, and that's really good equipment. But he's had 5 wins this season, 12 top 5s. He's only DNF twice and stuff. So don't count out Mr. John Hunter Nemechek. So just got to watch out for him. Average finish of 9.9, 10th and stuff, but average finish here is like 13.7. So we'll just have to see for John Hunter Nemechek. Why do I think Nemechek can win the championship? Because he's just had a stellar season. 5 wins, that's just really good for John Hunter Nemechek. And he's in some sort of way, for a young guy like him, he's a Truck Series veteran, in my opinion. He's proved it, and he can definitely come out and beat these guys, even Matt Crafton, for the championship. I feel like he definitely, most likely, is the preferably dominant driver out of the 4 of them, and probably maybe not the fan favorite, but probably like well, who do you predict? The best prediction right there. And then finally, is there a possibility of John Hunter Nemechek not winning this championship? There is a possibility. Mistakes could come into play, some run-ins with some of the championship contenders, or just something not going his way. So really unluck. So some bad luck will probably come in Nemechek's way. That's the only reason I see him not winning the championship. Like maybe like having a bad pit stop, maybe a penalty or something, black flag. I don't know. Something like that could definitely stop him, but I don't think that will happen. So watch out for John Hunter Nemechek to see if he can claim his spot in the championship, or be one of the next new Truck Series champions. And now it is finally time to predict who do I think will win the Truck Series championship. We're going to start from 4, 3, 2, 1. So here is the driver who I feel like is not going to win the championship, and the 3 other drivers are going to beat him. And sadly, that spot has to go to my boy, Zane Smith. A reason why I don't think Zane Smith's going to win the championship is just the inconsistency he's had all season, not being as well as he was last year. I mean, that Martinsville win, well earned. He fought for it. He knew what he had to do going into the race last week. I just don't think that's going to help him. I just think it's all skill level from here. It shows like how have you been all season to make it all the way down here to see if you can win the championship by yourself. And I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm sorry, Zane Smith. I love you, dude, but I don't think you're going to win the championship. And now the driver who I feel like is going to be on the podium, finishing 3rd place in the season standings, it is Ben Rhodes. This was actually a pretty tough one to decide between him and this other driver. Ben Rhodes, in my opinion, he's a very consistent driver. Do I think he has what it takes to compete with Nemechek? I'm not 100% sure and stuff. And also, you got to think, when was the last time he won? It was the 2nd race of the season. This is like what, race number 20, 22, 23, something like that. So definitely going to be a challenge for Ben Rhodes, and I don't really have a whole lot of confidence in him right now, because he's had some good finishes, but still a very tough decision to make, because I feel like he hasn't had the best history at Phoenix. So the reason I don't think he's going to win the championship is because he hasn't been as good as he was at the beginning of the season. I mean, he has been consistent, but not as good as he was before. And also probably because the experience at Phoenix, it's not like that he has like the best finishes at Phoenix where he can say, oh, someone's going to have to definitely go against me for this championship. It's not going to be an easy cakewalk, because we'll have to see, because his finishes at Phoenix, they're okay, but they're not championship level. So that's the reason why I don't think Ben Rhodes will win the championship. I see him finishing third in the standings. And now, finally, between these two drivers, John Hunter Nemechek and Matt Crafton, who do I think is the champion? Let's go ahead and start off with the driver who I think is going to come up oh so close in second in this season's championship. And it is, drumroll please, even though there's no sound effects, it is my boy Matt Crafton. Yes, I believe Matt Crafton is going to come up short in the championship. I hate to say it, but I feel like he could actually do better than Ben Rhodes and stuff, because I feel like the veteran in him, the veteranness, if that's a word, in Matt Crafton could definitely compete up to him. And besides, like I said, don't sleep on Matt Crafton. Do not sleep on Matt Crafton. He can come out of nowhere and just steal this championship. But I don't know if it's going to happen this year like it did in 2019. So I think Matt Crafton's going to have to settle with second place against the driver that he's most likely having to go against really hard this season, John Hunter Nemechek. So sucks right there, but we'll see. This is the only prediction. We'll have to see what happens IRL. So I believe Matt Crafton will come up oh so close, probably because it's John Hunter Nemechek, guys. So it's time to see, who did I predict to win the championship? Come on, guys, who did I predict? Come on, who did I predict? It is JHN, so I do think John Hunter Nemechek will be the 2021 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion. It's just the kind of season he's had. He's been on a roll lately. Well, not necessarily lately, but in all season long, he's just been the man to beat and stuff. So watch out for John Hunter Nemechek. I do think he can win the championship title. I don't think it's going to be an easy win for the championship, in my opinion. It's not going to be that easy because, of course, you have these drivers who also want to win this championship. So definitely watch out for those guys. But I do think John Hunter Nemechek, at the end of the day, will be able to get the job done. So I feel like he'll be a Truck Series champion. So we'll have back-to-back first-time Truck Series champions, Sheldon Creed and now John Hunter Nemechek. And Nemechek will be in the Ford truck next season, so he could probably go back-to-back. So John Hunter Nemechek is my Truck Series prediction for the championship. Let me know, who do you guys predict will win the Truck Series championship in the comment section below. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. And that's going to do it for today. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Like I said, we will have my Xfinity Series predictions tomorrow of who do I think will make the Xfinity Series championship, or actually win the Xfinity Series championship. And then on Friday, we'll have my predictions for the Cup Series championship 4 that will be held on Sunday. So watch out. Also on Friday, the Truck Series championship, so cannot wait for that. If you missed it, I made a video on my gaming channel, NASCAR Gaming 48. So if you want to go check that out, link to my channel will be in the description. Go subscribe over there. If you want to follow me on Instagram, link will be in the description. And subscribe over to this channel, guys. That would mean a lot to me, and I would very appreciate it. And I appreciate those that have subscribed recently. So that's going to do it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your night. This is NASCAR Mobile 48. Peace out.